the man picked up his dying dog and heartlessly threw it toward the shore. The dog thought it would survive, but its owner wanted it to pull him and 10 other dogs ashore. Faced with this impossible task, the 12-year-old dog didn't hesitate to run forward, because it knew that its owner and companions behind it could be swept away by the water at any moment. The dog gave it all it had. Soon the rope was pulled taut, and his companions behind him cheered him on. Togo charged forward again and again, almost exhausting all his strength. Suddenly, the massive ice floe began to move. Seeing this, the owner quickly untied the rope and gave the order. The dogs, who had been waiting eagerly, rushed forward one after another. Thus, the owner and the dogs successfully made it ashore. For the rest of the journey, the owner considered that Togo was old and frail, so he let him rest on the sled, but Togo chose to jump down and, under the owner's gaze, returned to the front of the pack, even knowing he was about to die. He wanted to die in his position as lead dog. Later, Togo was selected as the bravest animal of the 20th century. But few people know that Togo was abandoned by his owner multiple times as a puppy, because Togo fell ill repeatedly just 2 months after birth. His owner, Sepp, believed he was not cut out to be a sled dog, and decided to abandon him. Only after his wife's repeated pleas was the little one spared. Remarkably, half a month later, Togo became full of energy, seeming to have endless stamina. Sepp could do nothing but let him run wild, but Togo became even more arrogant, actively running up to his owner to show off. So the owner made a threat. But as soon as he finished speaking, Togo chewed through another leather strap. Unable to tolerate it any longer, the owner gave Togo to a friend. As he left, the little guy kept whining in his cage, as if he was very reluctant to leave them. His wife also didn't want to part with the little guy, but her husband was determined, so she could only watch as Dogo was taken away. But after just 1 day, Dogo was returned by the friend. Sepp showed a disappointed expression, but his wife was filled with relief. However, when she saw her husband's expression, she pretended to scold the friend for being unfaithful. To teach the little guy a lesson, Sepp locked him in the cage and surrounded it with a circle of stones. Then he took the sled team to train, but Dogo quickly remembered how to escape. He began digging holes in the ground. The other dogs saw this and followed suit, but when they hit the stones, the others gave up. Only Dogo kept trying. He dug 6 holes in a row, and finally escaped through the 7th hole.